Welcome to the Spartan Show. My name is Cruz.
And my name is Mateo.
And today is Monday, August 25th. Coming up on today's show, we will be showing you Spartan's part 1 of our exclusive interview with Principal Ms. Hines.
We will also be sharing the results from last week's Spartan movie trivia.
The Spartan Show feature reporter Giovanna had a chance to talk with Ms. Hines. We learned facts we may not have known about our principal and her goals for this school year. Here's Giovanna with more.
Good morning, Spartans. This is Giovanna Reese, and I'm here sitting down with our principal, Ms. Hines. Good morning, Ms. Hines.
Good morning, Joanna. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Tell us about yourself.
So, I started off as a teacher at Hilltop Middle School back in 2002. I'm a special education teacher. And then I quickly moved on to other things, ASB advisor. I was an attendance coordinator, a before and after school program coordinator. And that took me to, wondering what it might be like to be a school administrator, doing all of those pseudo-administrative jobs. So I became an assistant principal at Bonita Vista High School in 2015. And from there in 2020, I went to an alternative school called Option Secondary and Alternative Education during the pandemic. And I was the principal there. And then there was an opportunity to come to Chula Vista High School. And as soon as I knew there was going to be an opening, I went to the district and said I was interested in becoming a Spartan.
Wow. Yeah. It was quite an adventure to get here then.
Absolutely.
What was it like for your first time here as a principal?
My husband is an alumni. He is a lifelong Spartan, and he always tells me he bleeds blue, and that's true. So coming here, I had very high expectations, which Chula Vista High School has met for me. My husband would emphasize to me how important it is to be at Chula Vista High School and explain to me that this is the flagship school in our district. We offer so much. There's so much going on all the time. The teachers here are fantastic. But what really stood out for me were the students when I first got here. How friendly, kind, how driven the students are at Chula Vista High School to do great things. So that was what I was most impressed with.
What are some of your goals for the school year or ongoing school years?
Yeah, so at Chula Vista High School, there's so many things that, we do really well, but things we can improve on certainly. Like any high school, we want to, increase, in the areas of English and math. We've been making good progress and we want to continue that work. We want to sustain, our SCPA program. After coming into a year where we don't have 8 periods anymore, that's been hard on some of our programs. But through planning and having collaboration with our SCPA teachers, we've been able to keep those courses in place and figure out a way to make sure students are able to have access to the classes they want and remain in their programs. So that's our ongoing mission here at Chula Vista High School. We want to continue to build on girls' sports. We just hired 2 female coaches, one in cross country and one in girls flag football. So that always helps pulling female athletes in. And also increasing the spirit. Chula is so busy, but one of the things that I challenged this year's ASB and Arlette, the ASB president, was having more activities at lunch and having kids participate and, see more of the fun side of Chula Vista High School because there's so much going on and all students here are so busy. So those are definitely some of the long-term goals. And I think it speaks to how great the staff is. And when I say staff, I mean office staff. I mean all of our support staff, instructional assistants, our campus assistants, our administration, and obviously our faculty, which is our teachers. We were one of the only schools in the district, especially on the west side, to have increased enrollment. So we ended up having more than 100 students enroll that we weren't anticipating. So that's a good thing. That means that students want to be at Chula Vista High School.
Yeah, I think definitely a lot of people see that in you. We see a change in the school, and we see it for good, all the activities that are going on during Friday, during lunch, and, I feel like we could just see that there's more of a unity in the school. How's the stadium doing with all the construction?
So the stadium right now is on track. So some of the things that happened over summer when you guys came back, you noticed we barely were able to get campus open on that first day in July. So a lot of the upgrades over summer were sidewalks, fencing, I know the parking lot on K Street doesn't look great. They were able to finish it because they, addressed a lot of plumbing issues and things that have not, not been overlooked, but that needed to be fixed with this project. So, as far as the track and field and the stadium, it's on track right now. So what we're hoping for right now is to have graduation here. The project won't be complete until September 2026, opening, for fall sports and PE classrooms, because we know our stadium is a classroom for our PE teachers. So they'll get their classroom back in September, but we're hoping that we can have graduation here in June, that it will be, 90% complete, so we can safely have families and students on the field to have that. Because as a lot of kids know, I don't like having any event at another school. So that's what makes Chula special.
Yeah, it would be definitely really fun to have graduation here this year.
I know, it's my goal.
Yeah.
Thanks, Giovanna. We'll have part 2 of the interview on next week's episode of The Spartan Show.
Last week we tested your movie trivia knowledge. This week, Layden is back to show us how everyone did.
Now let's look at the responses to the movie trivia to see how you guys did. Overall, out of the 26 responses, 6 people got all the answers correct. For the first question, people were tied between Darth Vader and Kylo Ren. For the right answer, it was Kylo Ren. The second question is, what movies was Chris Pratt not in? People mostly picked Firefly, and it's correct. He wasn't in that one. Next question was, how old was Daniel Radcliffe in the last Harry Potter movie, Deathly Hallows, Part 2? A lot of people picked 21 and also 19, but the correct answer is 21. Last question was, what was Paul Walker's last appearance in Fast and Furious? People were split between Fast and Furious 6 and Fast and Furious 7. But with 15 answers correct, it was Fast and Furious 7. That's it for the week. I'll send it back to you.
Thanks, Layden.
That's it for The Spartan Show this week.
You can go to tinyurl.com/Spartan Show to submit your ideas and suggestions.
Until next time,
Do the right thing.